anyway, let's go into the big garage.
Let's go.
The big dog garage.
Oh yeah, my favorite part.
Okay, so this is the main garage, that's the overflow. This is sort of a combination of early 3-liter turbos mixed in with sort of sport purpose readable track cars. Everything from my 1965 911 right there. Believe it or not, this is the 310th 911 ever made.
Wow.
The green one there is a 66. Yeah, they're kind of mixed up. I've been moving things around. I didn't really want to rearrange last minute for, you know, to make it perfect for you guys.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I don't even know where to start. But
go poke around.
It's funny. Whenever I get in the earlier ones, it seems like they're roomier inside. I think it's just the seats are smaller.
Seats are smaller. I mean,
door panels.
310th 911 ever made. Porsche's now made way over 1 million of them.
Right.
If I park this one next to the 991 outside, this looks tiny.
Tiny, yeah, like a little baby.
Yeah, tiny, tiny, tiny.
I like the color scheme.
This is what I call, like, you know, if Paul Smith had a gentleman's race car, this would be it, as opposed to my sort of more colorful, like the 993, for example. A lot going on right there.
Yeah, it is busy.
Yeah,
I like
so
that
one of my favorites, 76 Turbo. This is the first turbo I ever bought. Lifelong LA car, I'm the 4th owner. Next to it, same but different, Euro 75 Turbo.
My favorite.
Yeah, with the Brumos inspired stripes.
Yeah.
That right there is the only right-hand drive car I've ever owned, the copper brown metallic 75 Turbo. That came from Australia. Everyone's fave, the Moby Dick wide-bodied slant nose.
Where'd you get that thing?
I was on a quest. The first Porsche I ever bought was a 74 slant nose, not Moby Dick 935. And about 2 years ago, I went on this quest. I was looking at everything from factory slant nose to DP Kramer, Gumbala, and literally looking all over. And nothing really ticked the box. And then this one, believe it or not, appeared right here in LA, in Pasadena, less than 10 miles away. It's built on a 74 911 Carrera tub, which is kind of cool. Has a 2.7 RS MFI spec motor in it, but it's all show no go. What it really needs is like a 500 horsepower twin turbo.
Yeah.
So I acquired it, but it's one of those things where I need to go down the slippery slope, but I know that's time and money and energy that I'm not quite ready at this moment to put into it.
But even the body kit alone, I mean.
You know, you either love them or you hate them. You know, personally, you know.
This is metal though.
I like the look of it.
I wondered about it. I didn't know when that was a year or two ago.
Probably
right?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
It ended up being I recently did that poster series with Daniel Malachar. I've got that awesome shot of Willow jumping out of it in Angeles Crystal.
Okay.
This is my entry into water-cooled 911.
Turbo.
So, well, GT2.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Two-wheel drive turbo.
Yeah.
Let me sum it up. This was King of the Hill 20 years ago.
Right.
Porsche's entry-level 992 Carrera 2S you can buy today, in manual, two-wheel drive, same horsepower as this.
Oh, everything
So
stepped up.
by today's standards, this kind of, believe it or not, seems sort of slow.
Yeah.
Because ultimately the road will decide how much speed you can carry. Whether you are maxed out, flooded in a 200 horsepower car,
Right.
or whether you're going 7/10 in this, or 6/10 in a 750 horsepower. One of the great things about Porsche is variety. You know, it's like a piece of cake, there's plenty of flavors. So
my favorite part is when you come across those cars that are the paint to color and the interior to color.
it's my pet peeve, paint to sample, look at me at the
You hate it?
coffee.
You hate it? I don't mean that it's my favorite, I don't want to go buy it. I just
Yeah.
like that it exists.
Well, generally, those are the cars that have got no miles on them. You see
Yeah.
them at the Cars and Coffee. Everyone thinks they're special, and then everyone's sort of peacocking around in the paint to sample.
They all have the same idea of uniqueness.
Right, but what
Yeah.
really stands out is find one that's just white. Like,
Right.
no one buys a white GT3.
The normal one.
Normal. That stands out in a sea of paint to sample look at me cars.
Oh, that's funny.
But you were talking about paint to sample. This one's
Yeah.
got a pretty cool color combo.
I'm gonna
Ice
go
green metallic. Check it out. Avocado green leather and tartan.
Oh yeah. It's great. Oh, it even smells good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Feels
That's all
good.
green. So the dash is green. All the
Yeah.
surround. Is it leather? Or did they vinyl?
It's leather.
Oh wow. I want to do that to my car.
See, Porsche was doing cool interiors. The Houndstooth Pepita
Yep.
in the 60s, tartan and Pasha psychedelic in the 70s. They need to bring that back. So that's the story.
I still love this color though,
Yeah, me too.
and it's totally different from.
Well, this has been repainted. This originally was ice green metallic.
Okay.
Got repainted in a different color. But look at the interior in this. This is full what they call black watch tartan.
Oh, okay.
Door panels, rear seats. This is the birth of the legend right here. They only made 284 of these first year.
Really?
284. So there's not many survive today.
And it was what, 190 horsepower? Like, what was that, seriously?
In US spec, 240.
240, okay.
But
still.
What you have to remember with these early turbos, tons of lag, short window of performance, like there's no boost below really 4,000. It might build at 3,500, and it's done at 6. And then the other killer part to it is super tall gears. First gear good for 50, second gear is good for 90, third's good for 120.
Oh, wow.
So you got to be on boost, because if you're going stoplight drag racing, like a Prius might out accelerate you if you're not in the right RPM range.
They're all different flavors. Like,
all different
hearing you
flavors.
talk about it, like you remember how every one of them is different. I mean, some people I think would see this and go, it's just a room full of the same
They all
car.
look the same.
Yeah, but there's just.
Well, my favorite
huge
joke
variance.
is same but different.
It's not like that with anything though. There's, as enthusiasts, you get into specific topics and then you find there's all these layers to it, which is what makes it interesting. But man, to hear someone be so passionate about every single genre of piece or part and how that piece is made or that material is done, that's what separates the true enthusiast from the kind of visitor, the tourist.
Yeah, and the end product from being great or good. And this is a great way to show. Everyone bitches about 996. You can't have a conversation with a 996 without people talking about two things: headlights and IMS bearing issue.
Yeah.
I've had no problems with either one. This is Gen 1 headlights, fried eggs, that everyone thought was really, really ugly, so they did this, Gen 2. But for me personally, I think Gen 1 looks better than Gen 2.
Yeah, I didn't even know that until you just said that. I agree. Oh, I see. Just this lower, that lower piece.
So people hated this, and I'm like, you don't even see it when you're driving. But I think what they hated was, this was when Porsche was starting to share parts from within. So this is the same headlight that you'd have on an entry-level Boxster.
Yeah.
So this is Porsche really streamlining down manufacturing, sharing the parts bin. And they kind of shot themselves in the foot, because someone was like, if I'm buying a 911, I don't want someone at the front to think I got a Boxster, right? And no disrespect to the Boxster, because I think the Boxster is the best bang for the buck.
It is still
entry level into Porsche ownership.
And after you drive one, it's hard to argue.
You can get a Boxster for $5,000. What can you buy for $5,000, right?
The people are just taking them, hacking them up into track cars and not caring. They're disposable.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
For sure. But nothing beats a 996 GT3. One of my fave cars. This is an 04. This really is the beginning of, the 996 was the first evolution of the GT3. Porsche just released the 992 GT3, which dwarfs this car in size and scale. But this is where it all began for the US market, Gen 2 996.
Is this where you pop the hood and there's still nothing to see?
You don't really see
nothing to see at all. Yeah.
There's like a hairdryer back there or a vacuum cleaner.
It's all underneath.
Let me show you my favorite car, perhaps the car that I'm most associated with.
Yes.
You saw the slant nose Hot Wheels version of it. This is the second Porsche I ever bought. I acquired it at the Pomona Swap Meet in 1999. It's a 71 911T. By my math, I've owned it 22 years. And the car is 50 years old this year. So it's the car I'm most associated with, most comfortable in, the one I've done most of my track days when I was doing club racing.
You took me in this the first day we met.
Yeah, we
I
took a little
driving this thing.
joyride.
It's great. So I'm seeing something inside though.
Top secret. You shouldn't be really be looking at that.
You're hiding them back here.
I'm hiding them. There it is, something I've been working on now for 3 years.
It's the car.
Well, it's a car and a shoe in a Nike SB Dunk. Something I'm
that's
super
what this is. See, I'm still an
excited.
amateur at the kicks thing.
I got approached by this guy, Steve Pelly, who said, hey, are you interested in doing a sneaker collab? And I said, I don't really skate. He goes, it doesn't matter. We love your attitude and the way you do things. And we're going to team up with one of our pro skaters, Ushered, who's a Porsche guy and a pro skater. And ironically, I of course said yes. I did, I'll show you these little sketches I did. I did 2 sketches. Basically he said, do whatever you want and then we'll scale it back.
Yeah.
And if you look at how the shoe came out,
Yeah.
It came out pretty close to the sketch.
Yeah.
Obviously, I like my stuff sort of beat up, so I beat mine up a
weathered
little
this.
bit. Yeah.
Okay, okay. But this is like a pre-launch shoe, right? This is it. This is how.
This is it. This is the shoe.
That's really cool. Yeah.
So yeah.
I like it. These will be a hit. There're gonna be people running around all over the place with shoes that look on their feet that look like your car.
Time will tell, but for me, you know, it's just something that happened organically from a chance meeting back in 2012. This is the lesson in patience and never giving up on opportunity, because in the end, it all came out.
Dude, thank you so much.
No worries,
I'm excited about this.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited about seeing you again. I know you're probably moving on to your next movie.
The next big thing.
Plug it. The next big thing.
I'm working on this thing with Haggerty called The Next Big Thing. And essentially it's me sort of driving cars that I'm personally interested in that could potentially be not the poster cars on your wall, but the next big thing. Anyway, check it out. It's called The Next Big Thing.
Check it out, for sure. Well, you know, it could be. If you're doing it, it will be the next big thing.
Time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. Time will tell. Well, thanks a lot, dude. We'll get the hell out of your hair.
No worries.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, tune on in.
All right,
What's it called? Big Al's YouTube channel or something?
Now's the time of video where most people ask for money or donations or whatever. I'm not gonna ask you for that. What I'm gonna say to you is, if you wanna see more videos and you wanna learn more of what we've learned, and you wanna see a deep dive into a lot of these topics, go to our website and buy something. We sell everything from motorcycle gear, helmets, motorcycle parts, specialized tools. We sell lots of things, and they've all taken us years to figure out what the best stuff is, and we figured it out. So go to revivalcycles.com. There's some really good stuff there. Everything from like kick-ass hand grips from Porsche to Radiance LED lighting and everything in between. We want to teach you what we know, but this stuff takes time and it takes real effort to make these videos and make them good for you guys. So go support us by helping yourself to the cool stuff you already need. And it helps us because we make a little bit of profit and then we can justify doing more videos. Thanks for your support.